Good morning. How you doing? I hope things are going well for you. I I had the distinct pleasure last night of watching Vision TV. Now, Vision TV is English movies, or a collection of English movies. Tonight, there's a lady on there whose name is Vera, detective lady, smart girl, great writers. I'll tell you, she smart enough to follow what they say, anyways, and no teleprompter, and so on. But anyways, I I watched a thing from Channel 70 on my show thing, um, Vision TV, and it was Servant of the People. And I told my son, I said, "Oh, gee, you've got to watch this. This is something." And I need a break from the crap that I watch and being news and so on. And my break came most pleasantly in the form of watching the president, prime minister of the Ukraine, and he had gone through, and this is the true part. He had tried to become a lawyer, and decided when he had accomplished that task that he really didn't want to be a lawyer, and so what he did do was he formed a comedic group of people making fun of politics, politicians, and the leadership in the Ukrainian country, and and it was quite detailed, and it's referred to on the information side of Vision TV as being comedian-like, but it's really it's not. I didn't see anything that humorous about it at all. Um, but what I did see was another Ronald Reagan. And Ronald Reagan, you may recall, was a very well known actor, and decided to run for politics. Well, this chap's name is Lewinsky. And in the movie, or in the series, Servant of the People, of course, his name is changed and so on, which is kind of silly. But I mean, it is. And he put forth the idea that if he were to ever be able to get into politics, that he would really like to do it honestly. And if you've studied the history of the Ukraine, Russia, oligarchs, all that sort of stuff, you'll realize that um, they don't attract honest people. I mean, the Biden family were in right up to their ears in quicksand in the Ukraine, and in China, and in Russia, and every other place they could put themselves in order to trade um, their position. Joe Biden initially as vice president to Obama, and so on like that. And so it was the Ukraine was a truly um, questionable source of pure truth, and that doesn't mean that they deserve to be invaded by Putin, by Russia. It's actually Putin more than Russia, um, in that the Russian people referred to the Ukrainians, and the Ukrainians referred to the Russian people as being their cousins, their family. Anyways, so hey, in order to lighten up a little, which on occasion I need to do, I watched the the whole thing that was on, and thankfully I did, because the servant of the people is an extraordinary story of how a man can try to make a difference while nearly immersed in the quagmire of lies, deceit, and everything else. And this Lewinsky character that he played, uh, it ended up that he had been a lawyer, as I said, didn't like it, became a comedian, kind of like that, and then it transitioned into a sitcom, a television series, of him inadvertently somehow stumbling into the whole idea of becoming the leader of the Ukrainian people, and he pulled it off. But he did it in such a manner, portrayed, and I suppose in some ways it would be somewhat, shall we say, historically documented and so on. But he actually um, was fantastic. He put forth the idea that he did not want to be crooked. He wanted to be honest. He wanted, he's, one of the lines he says in there is, the people have to be able to trust me. That's a mouthful because most people who are politicians, they would say the people have to trust what I say because a politician invariably is one who is as a feather in Forrest Gump. Remember at the start of Forrest Gump, hey, and at the end, uh, where that feather is blowing hither and yon, and that's the way politicians are. That truly is. They are actors and actresses, and sometimes they're not sure either side. But nonetheless, their choice. Who cares? Um, Nonetheless, I I hope and pray actually that there is room in our world of running across the rarest of rare people who, not because they want power or not because they want wealth, um, nor because they want public recognition. There are very few of them who are like that, but who still went into politics. I think Ronald Reagan was one of those guys. I know Donald Trump was one. And people, they just become livid. Um, Mention something about politics. Let's not talk politics nor religion. I don't blame you. I, I really don't. But if you chance to be bored, now this time of the year, right? Sun is shining. I was sitting out on the deck. It's not a deck really, but it's kind of it's an elevator platform by about 6 inches, so you need not feel you're going to fall off. And people are just not watching YouTube as much as they will be January, February up here. We can have -40, -50. And I mean, you don't dawdle standing outside on the ground beside your truck or running into the restroom, potpourri, whatever it is, porta potty, to use the toilet. I mean, it's just too cold. But that's when these YouTube things will probably become alive again. I watch to make sure that I haven't said anything too profoundly stupid and stuff like that. And on occasion I pull it off, and on occasion I just really say dumb things. And but anyways, they're what I say, so I own them. And if they're really bad, I'll delete the video. Um, but you know, I took a look. I did 2 videos yesterday, 4 and 3 views. Oh, geez, that's wonderful. But it's better than none. And I realize that. I mean, the summer is here almost. I mean, just around the corner. We may not be able to afford to drive anywhere, but we can go for a walk. And hopefully, I haven't seen any bears up here so far in Fort Mac. On the last trip south, I did see 3 caribou on the east side of the 63, and it was kind of a pleasure. I mean, I haven't been up close and personal with a caribou, and that's a good thing because they probably kick just as good as a whitetail, which incidentally kick better than a muley by a long shot. Not as good as a horse. Oh dear Lord, in heaven, the worst thing in the world you'll ever get kicked by is a steer. I mean, they'll kill you. And it's very simple. And if they don't kill you, you'd almost wish you were dead because they hurt so much. Oh my goodness. But anyways, no bears and time and robins are out, of course, and no snow. That's a pleasant change because people who aren't from Alberta, they don't realize that we can have snow 12 months out of the year on occasion. I don't mean steady snow, but in May in Alberta, about 1987, deepest snowfall I saw, except perhaps one mower, was almost 3 foot of snow in May. And I mean, you couldn't walk through it, it was so heavy. So, here, it's very difficult to walk through everything that we are inundated with by. But if you want some light entertainment, take a look at The Servant of the People. It is the portrayal of Lewinsky's life, the leader of the Ukrainian people. And you may be shocked, as I was. It's stated in the information side of Vision TV when you are trying to understand what you're going to watch and see if there's a semblance of interest in it at all. And they call it comedic or comedian stuff. It's not. It's actually, I think, astoundingly good. I am just impressed. You say, "Oh, geez, Jim, you're so old." Well, that's true. That is, but I'm still alive, and so I found great entertainment. Now it's on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's an hour long. Starts at 7 or 8 at night. And if you've missed any of the series, you can pick them up on the Friday night and or on the Monday night, and it's it's worth your time. Okay, so I hope you're having a good day. I hope that your life is fulfilling your expectations, and that you are finding a certain degree element of joy. And yesterday I went down to the grocery store and I walked through, and my doctor back when I went to Ireland with my last wife said, "Oh Jim, I wished I were a fly on the wall when you got off the plane and walked across the tarmac in Northern Ireland." He said, "I just would love to see the expression of people's faces when they look at you." And I thought, it's going to be interesting, but it's the same thing I deal with all the time. I mean, take a look, eh? Okay, this is Alberta. There are good, real ranchers, real cowboys. I'm not a cowboy, I'm a rancher. Only because it's the way it worked out. Uh, but I'm used to people staring, and but in Northern Ireland, they didn't stare. They just looked at me with acceptation, and that was so good because for the first time in my life, I'm actually the only person who has ever been fired off Heartland because the director said, "Jim, don't come back. I said, "Sir, what did I do wrong?" He said, "You're not forgettable." I said, "I spent my whole life trying to be one who could blend in." He said, "You failed. Don't come back." And I thought, gee whiz, you'll never get on a movie or something. Leanne Rhymes, I was on her little movie, but I think they cut me out of it. I didn't see it. But anyways, you are the one who is in authority over your life. You're ascertaining, determining those things that are of interest to you and those things that just aren't. And politics, I understand that crap. I wished I no, I was going to say I wished I didn't understand, but I do understand. It's the baseness, the depravity of mankind. It's the corruption of recognition. And so, hey, here, lighten up. I'll try. God bless, eh? You have a good day. And if you get a chance, take a look at that Vision TV. Oh, that's where all the good detective stories are. Perot, Vera, all those Morse. I mean, oh gee, Endeavor, same guy. But truly intelligent, thought provoking, not putting you to sleep, but causing your mind just to work and to think. And perhaps I've watched too many mysteries over the years. Who knows? I'm not sure. But anyways, God bless, and you have a good day. And I don't know if I don't know how many people will watch this, but dear Lord, I hope more than just myself. Okay, God bless. Same. Hey, um, YouTube, when they're not telling me to stop talking about this subject or that subject, they're saying, "Oh, encourage your people to, subscribe, all that sort of stuff." Well, you're not my people. I don't own you. You don't own me. But you are in authority over what it is that I say, and that you can take what I say on a video and you can just shut it off. That means you're in authority, and you should be. I'm not a politician, so you don't have to be subject to the corruption of what I think I see. Okay? God bless thee. You have a good day.